What's going on, guys? Hope all is well with you, wherever you are. Today, for my Conscious Advice channel, I want to talk about we all matter. We all matter. And obviously, this is in relations to what is going on currently, uh, you know, with all the rioting and everything, and the pandemic and everything that we're going through right now at this moment. Um, so, we all matter. When I say that, we got to stop, you know, referring to one another as per the way we look, our form, our body, instead of classifying and putting everybody into a category of color. We have to start referring to one another as beings, because we are all one, and we are not to be, or we shouldn't be categorizing one another because of our form. As I said before, many of us fail to realize that we are not part of this form, the body that we inhabit right now. I hope you guys understand me. As we leave this body that we inhabit. So when we do, who are we? What are we? Are we a color? Are we the same kind of attachment, like the same figure of what we think ourselves to be, which is the form that we inhabit? So we should stop labeling each other, whites, blacks, browns, yellows, whatever it is. We should stop doing that, because the minute we start doing that, we start categorizing ourselves into a certain group, when in fact we are all one and we all matter. It's our being. We inhabit this body, as I said many times before. We inhabit this body that we are in, and is only there with us temporarily. We cannot get attached to this body that we inhabit. I hope you understand what I'm saying. When we leave this body that we inhabit, we leave this form behind and this temporary world of form. So we got to understand that we got to stop categorizing everybody as part of a group, when at the very end we leave this form behind. We got to start referring to one another as beings, as we are infinite and we are ever eternal once we leave this body. We also have to drop ego, which is a big part in all of this. And we have to start being accepting of each other's forms being the body, the color. So amidst all the chaos and everything that's happening right now, we have to take a step back and acknowledge one another as beings, and not of a category: blacks, whites, yellow, brown, whatever. It doesn't make sense, because we leave this form, whatever color it may be, brown, black, white, yellow, whatever you want to say, we leave it all behind. We shouldn't be attached to this label of our form, when in fact we should be attached to the being, or not even attached, be the being. respect the being that is in the form, which is the soul, if you want to call it. Being is another label, spirit is another label, in one another. We shouldn't see each other as a color or judge a book by its cover. We are here temporarily and we're not here forever. And we gotta start respecting that fact that we have to be here with one another and help each other out. I don't know how long it'll take for everyone to realize this, but life will keep throwing life lessons to each one of us until we learn and we realize that part of, being conscious and being aware. We all matter. We all matter. Instead of saying Black Lives Matter, Brown Lives Matter, we all matter. We all matter. We all matter as beings. We are beings. We have to respect one another and not judge each other by the way our form is, our sexual orientation, our religion, or whatever it may be. We have to respect one another and be with one another and help one another. That's what this whole thing's about. We're helping one another. Just like the one of the milestones, one of the good things that happened was the SpaceX thing that, launched astronauts into space, to do research or do whatever it is, whatever they envisioned to do. But everyone came together to do that. Everyone came of different races, different color. They came to do that, if you want to start labeling again. But they are all beings that came together to work together, to dream together. Our time is limited. We are not here forever. So the next time, instead of referring to another person as white or black or brown or yellow or whatever color you want to refer a person, refer that person as a being. That person is an awesome being. There's a difference because you're not categorizing that person by the way he or she looks or the color for that fact or the religion or whatever that person, he or she feels strongly about. We are all beings and we got to stop doing that. We got to stop categorizing one another and look at each other as beings, as loving beings. When I look into another person's eyes, I don't see color. I don't see anything. I don't. In fact, I see the person for the being that he or she is. And whatever that person has to offer, if he or she has to offer anything, which doesn't really matter anyways, but we have to stop categorizing one another. Because when you do, you're attached to your form, the form that we leave behind. So once I leave this body, whenever it is, I don't know, am I brown? What am I? I'm a being, energy, field of energy, a soul, a spirit. That's what you want to say. So we have to stop categorizing one another. But I think we should start talking about one another as beings. And when we do that, we stop judging one another, which leads to racism or sexism or whatever it is. Countless of lives are being lost because of their attachment to their form, the body, the shape and form of the body. which is all for nothing because we leave the form anyways. Obviously, this will take some time for people to understand. But like I said, karma comes around. Life will teach all of us lessons until we leave this body. And then whatever lifetime we come back, depending on what we have done, how we have treated people, will be our next life lesson. I hope you guys understood what I'm saying. We all matter. Hashtag we all matter. And let's start, instead of referring to one another as white, black, brown, yellow, let's start referring each other as beings. Beings. We are beings. Anyways, if you feel like this has helped you out, please do share and do comment and ask me questions if you need to, okay? Take care.